Yeah, he's moving already. He's got clearance already. They don't mess around here at Florida East Coast Railway. Yeah, you just see that moving from the siding into to the main line. I know the little sign is in front of it, but here we go. Cranking it up. Throttling it up. Is the correct terminology. He's cranking already. Check it out now. There you go, folks. All right, so I'm back here at the racetrack road crossing, looking northbound. Yeah, there's another northbound out of Miami coming. Look at this guy stopped on the tracks, and the train's coming. He should make it, but anyway. Yeah, so we got high green now. They cleared that Fort Lauderdale, Fort Pierce northbound. Obviously, there's enough room in the yard for the Miami northbound to come flying through here. All right, here comes the second northbound. Sorry for filming into the sun. I'm gonna turn. I felt that flat spot there. I felt the ground shake a little extra. Slowing down as he approaches the batten yard. They have to stop before it. Sometimes they do. Actually heading that way, so after this train goes by, I'll go north and see what's happening. Yeah, he's slowing way down. Will he stop down here in Bayard and wait for the 105 to go by? We shall see. Or at least pull out. There you go. Notice how those last cars are quiet? That's because those seaboard containers are loaded. Alright, so Matty Cook is here again at the historic Kings Road North location, where the FEC train crews board the locomotives. Anyway, I thought that signal array was for the 105 getting built. Just went down. The 105 is getting built, but It's apparently not rolling down here yet. All right, so the Miami train did stop. I didn't even see it. What the heck was I doing? He didn't stop where the siding was. He stopped, I know where he stopped. South of, well, between old St. Augustine Road and the road to Mandarin High School. I'm spazzing out. There's a single track, but nothing was coming. So he was hiding in the woods there. This wasn't the longest train, so that was an easy call. And now that the Fort Lauderdale, Fort Pierce northbound has pulled into the yard completely, this train gets to pull up. Stay tuned. I'm going to shut down and film it when it gets a little closer. All right, there go the gates at Sunbeam Road. I think this was a complete intermodal train. Anyway, I'm going to shut my trap again, and this will be going slow, so we'll get one of my son's nice long songs on this.
I don't wanna let go.
The sun came out. Sorry, I'm talking. I think that was long enough for a song. That click click you were hearing was that little repair job that I pointed out, or whatever it is. A break in the track right there. You heard him throttle down, put the brakes on. He's doesn't look like he's going to clear the crossing for Sunbeam Road. I filmed this before. That's one of the bad things about these northbounds. Can't always fit them all in the yard, and they end up blocking some of the main roads here. Sunbeam is a pretty busy road. Hope you enjoyed my son's music. My son is Toy Box on Spotify. He's a professional. He's been playing music since he was a kid. Also went to college for it. Alright, if he comes to a complete stop, I'm gonna stop filming for a minute. There it is. That's the slack. Of course, there wasn't that much slack. You heard the initial look, and then the slack rolls back out, pushes back out. That's just physics right there. Well, I don't know what I was thinking. This is not a short train. It just went by so fast, I guess it seemed shorter. But they're stuck way down there past pissing a lot of people off on this Friday. Oh, here we go. Not too long. Good timing. So what they usually have to do is they'll break it, they'll cut it, and there's a yard locomotive ready. to pull more of it onto another track. That's how the yards work. If you've ever seen an aerial view of a rail yard, there's numerous tracks all side by side. They can't obviously work a train that's a mile long without breaking it up into pieces. Not too bad. Of course, if I was over there stuck at that crossing, I'd be cursing. But since I'm just filming it, I'm laughing anyway. Empty CR England reefer container, not running. How do I know it's empty? The reefer's not running. Well, there could be dry freight on it. Here's an entire block. Norfolk Southern. Oh, this EMP is the domestic container for Norfolk Southern. So the FEC is pretty efficient. When they reload these trains northbound, they get put all the EMPs together like that. And then here comes a whole bunch of JB Hunts. They may go to Norfolk Southern too, but the luxury of you have of being the end of the line, you can build trains like this very efficiently, or very efficient, and yes, very efficiently. What is that, a bent flange? And if it is a bent flange, how does it get bent? Anyway. My hands are getting tired. I know, I need a stick. Whatever, you still have to hold the stick up. UPS domestic containers. Look at this whole block of UPS right here. All these containers, and you got some trailers, and then you got a whole another, what is that, 5 cars worth of domestic containers, 5.5. I don't know about that red one, that red container. 6.5. 7, anyone? Anyway. Oh, he's going to stop again, short of the without clearing the crossing. Oh boy. TGIF. Come on. Is that the last one right there? No, there's blue. The Seaboard was on the end. Navy blue. He's not going to make it. They're going to have to break another cut. Okay. Listen for the slack, and then I'm going to shut down again. I'm going to run out of room here. That's the slack. There is a little hill up there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. There is a little incline right there. So when the train stops, all the slack stretches out again. There's no brakes on these cars when they're not connected to a train. Does anybody know that? I mean, there's a handbrake, but it has to be manually cranked down. But if you just connected these cars right over here, they would roll back down to Bayard. All right, so they're pretty efficient. Look at that. They cut another block. They yard locomotive, and they're gonna pull this clear of the crossing and make all the Jacksonvillians happy, or get them to stop cussing anyway. That's a long wait right there. If you got an appointment, or you got going to pick up your kid, or bringing your kid somewhere, or it's a long wait right there at that crossing. Now there are ways around it. Different routes you can take to avoid the train tracks. If you know this area, you live around here, you know not to go this way on a Friday morning or any morning. Go up San Jose Boulevard to one of the main thoroughfares that don't have a crossing, or there's a bridge like Bay Meadows Road that has a bridge that goes over the tracks. Here we go. We're just about to clear the crossing. There you go, folks. People can drive again. And there they go, the race is on. So let's look at the springs on these. I mean, I don't know how heavy the garments are. They're not. So I don't even know if they'll make a dent in the springs, but you can tell. See, just right there. So they got quiet because there's some weight on these containers. Those springs look like they're compressed. A little more than the other ones, but just by the fact that it got quieter tells you there's a little bit of weight on these containers. This is the garment move, most likely. Garments may not be one move. Boy, they're killing it. Look at all those seaboards. All right, there you go, folks. That's the Miami northbound pulling into the Bowden Yard here in Jacksonville, Florida. All right, well, I was going to stay here till the 105 left, but it's only a little bit before noon, and that 105 leaves about 1:30 p.m., and I got to go to work. I got work today. So I'll get a train later today. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.